According to the National Electrical Code, specifically Section 210.12, arc fault circuit interrupter protection is required in dwelling units. Section 210.12 addresses dwelling units directly. It states that all 120-volt, single-phase, 15 and 20 ampere branch circuits supplying outlets or devices installed in dwelling unit bedrooms shall be protected by a listed arc fault circuit interrupter, combination type. This means that any standard 120-volt circuit in a bedroom that's rated for either 15 amps or 20 amps must have AFCI protection. This requirement extends beyond just bedrooms. Section 210.12b covers other locations within a dwelling unit. These locations include family rooms, dining rooms, living rooms, parlors, libraries, dens, sunrooms, breakfast rooms, recreation rooms, closets, hallways, laundry areas, and similar occupancies. Similar to bedrooms, all 120-volt, single-phase, 15 and 20 ampere branch circuits supplying outlets or devices installed in these areas of dwelling units also require protection by a listed arc fault circuit interrupter, combination type. This broadens the scope of AFCI protection to essentially all living spaces within a dwelling. There is also a specific mention of dormitories. All 120-volt, single-phase, 15 and 20 ampere branch circuits supplying outlets or devices installed in dormitory rooms also need AFCI protection. Now, there are exceptions to these requirements. Section 210.12c outlines specific cases where AFCI protection is not mandatory. Firstly, branch circuits that supply only certain loads are exempt. This includes permanently connected appliances. If a circuit exclusively powers a permanently installed appliance, such as a built-in microwave, it does not need AFCI protection. Bathroom receptacle outlets are also excluded. Circuits dedicated solely to bathroom receptacles do not require AFCIs. Luminaires also fall under this exception. A circuit that only powers lighting fixtures, or luminaires, is not required to have AFCI protection. Devices or receptacle outlets that are not located in a bedroom are also exempt. This means that if a circuit serves outlets outside of the bedroom, it may not require AFCI protection, depending on the other loads it serves. Receptacle outlets that are connected to circuits intended solely for the connection of listed data processing equipment are also exempt. These are often dedicated circuits for computers and related equipment. Spa and hot tub branch circuits that are not located in a dwelling unit are excluded. If a spa or hot tub is located outside of the dwelling, its circuit does not need AFCI protection. Branch circuits installed in unfinished basements or crawl spaces are also an exception. Circuits in these unfinished areas do not require AFCI protection. Branch circuits installed in detached buildings or structures are also exempt. Circuits in detached garages or sheds, for example, do not need AFCIs. And lastly, branch circuits for fire alarm systems are also excluded. Circuits dedicated to fire alarm systems do not require AFCI protection. It's important to install AFCIs according to the manufacturer's instructions. This ensures they function correctly and provide the intended protection. While the code mandates AFCI protection in many areas, remember to consider these exceptions when designing or inspecting electrical installations. The exceptions, as a review, are firstly, permanently connected appliances. Secondly, bathroom receptacle outlets. Thirdly, luminaires. Fourthly, devices or receptacle outlets that are not located in a bedroom. Fifthly, receptacle outlets that are connected to circuits intended solely for the connection of listed data processing equipment. Sixthly, spa and hot tub branch circuits that are not located in a dwelling unit. Seventhly, branch circuits installed in unfinished basements or crawl spaces. Eighthly, branch circuits installed in detached buildings or structures. And ninthly, branch circuits for fire alarm systems. The rationale behind these AFCI requirements is to enhance electrical safety by mitigating the risk of fires caused by arc faults. Arc faults can occur due to damaged wiring, loose connections, or other electrical problems. These faults can generate heat and ignite nearby materials, leading to a fire. AFCIs are designed to detect these arc faults and quickly shut off the circuit, preventing a fire from starting. There are different types of AFCIs, but the combination type is typically required for the applications we've discussed. Combination AFCIs detect both parallel and series arc faults. A parallel arc fault occurs between a hot wire and a neutral or ground wire, while a series arc fault occurs within a single wire. Combination AFCIs provide comprehensive protection against both types of arc faults. When installing AFCIs, it's crucial to follow the manufacturer's instructions carefully. These instructions will provide guidance on proper wiring and installation procedures. It's also important to test the AFCI after installation to ensure it's functioning correctly. Most AFCIs have a test button that can be used to verify their operation. If an AFCI trips frequently, it may indicate a problem with the circuit. It's important to investigate the cause of the tripping and correct any issues before assessing the AFCI. Ignoring frequent tripping can lead to a fire hazard. In some cases, nuisance tripping can occur due to certain types of loads or electrical noise in the circuit. If nuisance tripping is a problem, it may be necessary to use a different type of AFCI or to isolate the source of the electrical noise. It is also important to remember that AFCIs are not a substitute for proper wiring practices. It's essential to follow all applicable electrical codes and standards when installing electrical wiring. This includes using the correct wire size, making proper connections, and protecting wiring from physical damage. AFCIs are a valuable safety device, but they are only one part of a comprehensive electrical safety strategy. Regular electrical inspections can help identify potential hazards and ensure that your electrical system is safe and up to code. A qualified electrician can perform these inspections and recommend any necessary repairs or upgrades. When working with electricity, always take precautions to protect yourself from electrical shock. This includes turning off the power to the circuit before working on it, using insulated tools, and wearing appropriate personal protective equipment. Electricity can be dangerous, so it's important to be cautious and follow safety guidelines. There are also specific requirements for AFCI protection in other types of occupancies, such as healthcare facilities and educational facilities. These requirements may differ from those for dwelling units. It's important to consult the applicable electrical codes and standards for specific requirements in these types of occupancies. In addition to AFCIs, ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, are another important safety device used in electrical systems. GFCIs protect against electrical shock by detecting ground faults. A ground fault occurs when electricity flows through an unintended path to ground, such as through a person's body. GFCIs quickly shut off the circuit when a ground fault is detected, preventing electrical shock. GFCIs are typically required in wet locations such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor areas. They are also required in other locations where there is a risk of electrical shock. Both AFCIs and GFCIs play a vital role in protecting people from electrical hazards. By understanding the requirements for these devices and installing them correctly, you can significantly improve the safety of your electrical system. When it comes to arc fault protection, the NEC requirements are in place for a reason. They're designed to minimize the risk of electrical fires, and it's crucial to adhere to them. By ensuring proper AFCI installation and understanding the applicable exceptions, electricians and homeowners can contribute to a safer electrical environment. Remember, electrical safety is paramount. If you have any doubts or questions about AFCI requirements or electrical installations, consult with a qualified electrician. They can provide expert guidance and ensure that your electrical system meets all applicable codes and standards. Staying informed and proactive about electrical safety can help prevent accidents and protect lives.